from his bedroom in the UK. Covering all your favorite sports, he's high in demand. From baseball to football, he's got every angle covered. He's gonna watch your team, even when they get smothered. It's Heisty, it is Jolly Good Takes. Introducing your host, Liam.
Hello, and we are live for game number one between the Giants and the Brewers. These two teams are a complete contrast of one another. The Giants are an absolute mess. Brewers are arguably the most well-run team in baseball. And the Giants are looking for their first sweep, which probably not going to come this series because it's a four-game series in Milwaukee. The Brewers looking to get the season series started off with the Giants with a win, which they probably will. On the mound for Milwaukee today will be Drohan, pitcher, a left-handed pitcher, in fact, that they acquired in the Caleb Durbin trade with the Red Sox. And he is having an excellent season. For the Giants, it's going to be Landon Roop, who's also having an excellent season. So it should be a good pitching matchup today. We'll see how many innings Drohan goes because he's not really a starter. He's more of a long relief pitcher. But with the Giants and how quickly they get out, he could go quite far. The starting lineup for the Giants today is going to be Casey Schmidt leading off. They're coming off a 19-run game, by the way, last time out in Colorado. And this was the lineup, Schmidt leading off, that helped them score 19 runs. Now, I think that was more it being in Colorado than the fact it's a good lineup. But we'll see what they can do tonight. So, yeah, Casey Schmidt will start off in left field. Then he'll be followed by Rafi Devers, who will be the DH today. That's an important one. Rafi Devers DHing, not the first baseman. Luis Rise will be out in third. He's the second baseman. Willie Adames will be the shortstop. Jung-Hoo Lee will be in right field. He's followed by Matt Chapman, then Bryce Eldridge, who's the first baseman. So Bryce is getting the start at first base, which we like to see. Eric Haas will be doing the catching. And then batting ninth for the Giants, making his starting debut, is going to be Jonah Cox. The Giants called him up straight from Double-A. And he did make his major league debut yesterday off the bench where he got his first hit. He also scored a run. He showed his elite speed. So that's good to see. And he will be batting ninth today. Now, the Giants have made a lot of moves before the game. And I just need to get them up because it's hard to keep track with all these moves. So let me get them up for you people. So the Giants, yeah, they made 4 moves. Move number 1 was they have called up Wilkin Ramos, an infielder. Well, actually, there's 2 moves here. They've called up Wilkin Ramos and infielder Buddy Kennedy from Triple-A. Joel Peguero got placed on the 60-day IL because we saw in the last game when he was pitching and he was running after a ground ball, he pulled his hamstring. Jesus Rodriguez has got sent down to Triple-A. So that's interesting. It felt like there was not much of a place for him. And then Logan Porter got designated for assignment to clear up a roster spot to allow Wilkin Ramos to come up. So they were the moves for the Giants today. Their bullpen is in much need of fresh arm. So hopefully Wilkin Ramos will be able to pitch well. He's got a 2 ERA in 17 appearances in Triple-A, so pitching well down in there. And we know that the Triple-A league very hitter friendly. So any ERA under 4 is good in that league. So to have a 2 ERA speaks highly of him. So we're about ready for the game here. So Shane Drohan, as I said, will be the starter for the Brewers. He's 2-1 with a 2.63 ERA, 27 and a third innings in 11 games. So as I said, more of a relief pitcher, and he'll be facing Casey Schmidt here, as the pitch is swung and a miss by Casey Schmidt, and it's 0-1. So in typical Giants fashion, we get a swing at the first pitch. Schmidt batting 294, a 332 on base as he fouls that one off his foot, and it's 0-2. Schmidt, though, has been the Giants' best hitter this season. As we're looking at the pitch mix here for Johan, he throws a fastball, cutter, sinker, slider, curveball, and changeup. So a six pitch mix. As he's ahead of Casey Schmidt, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch here to Casey Schmidt is high, and it's 1-2. Not expecting anything close to the last game in Colorado, where the Giants scored 19 runs. As the 1-2 pitch to Schmidt is high and outside, and it's 2-2. I think so far what I'm seeing from Johan as well, he works quickly. So Roop and Johan work quickly. The 2-2 pitch to Casey Schmidt is a slider that hung over the plate, but Schmidt could only foul it off. So it's still 2-2 here to Casey Schmidt. He takes in the dirt, and it's a full count. Good at bat here to begin the game for Casey Schmidt. As a payoff pitch here to Casey Schmidt is fouled off, and it remains a full count. As a full count pitch to Casey Schmidt is a check swing, but it won't matter because it was a strike. I think he swung anyway, but that's out number one. Good at bat there by Schmidt, but was unable to do anything there as he did swing at ball four. So that's the first out. This is Devers. Devers swings at a fastball down the middle. 1. Devers. Terrible start to the season, but a good May. We'll see how his June will go. Seed takes outside. Yeah, by the way, guys, this is first game in June. So new month. As that 1-1 pitch is swung and a miss, another fastball. And it's 1-2. When Devers is missing the fastball, that's when you know he's cold. So 2-2 here. Sorry, 1-2 here to Rafi Devers. As the 1-2 pitch here by Johan is outside, and it's 2-2. The roof is open today in Milwaukee, which is always good to see. As the 2-2 pitch is high, and it's a full count. The Giants do not walk as a team, especially Rafi Devers. As that one is outside, so Devers walks there. Yeah, Devers, he normally walks, but this year just a 290 on base. So Johan, he got 3 balls to the first 2 batters. He was able to strike Schmidt out, but he did walk Devers. As that pitch to Luis Arise is way high, and it's 1-0. So struggling to find the zone here so far, Johan. 1-0 pitch here to Luis Arise is down and outside, and it's 2-0. So Johan's really struggling to find the strike zone here. 2-0 pitch here by Johan. As Arise hits a ground ball, that one's to second baseman Terang. He fires it to Hamilton, who fires it over to Vaughan for the double play. Just not good there by Arise because Johan was really struggling to find the zone. And he bails him out the inning there with a soft ground ball to Terang. So the Giants are unable to do anything with the walk. And it's nothing, nothing. Typical Giants offense there. Doing nothing. We'll see what the Brewers do. So let's go through the Brewers lineup. Let me get that up. So for the Brewers, leading off will be Christian Yelich. He's going to be the DH. Jackson Churio is going to be in center field, batting second, followed by Turang, the second baseman. William Contreras will be the catcher. Jake Bowers will be the left fielder. We did stream a game between the Brewers and the Cubs where Jake Bowers hit a home run. Andrew Vaughn will be the first baseman. Sal Frelick will be the right fielder. Luis Rengifo will be at third base, and David Hamilton will be the shortstop. And they'll be facing Landon Root, who has been the Giants' best pitcher, but he is on a bit of a losing run. I'm pretty sure he was 5-1. He's now 5-5. A 3.3 ERA, 60 innings pitched, 22 walks, 68 strikeouts. So the walks is his main weakness, really. When he finds a zone, he is effective. As he throws a sinker cutter, curveball, and changer. That's what I was trying to think of. As he throws a strike there, and it's 0-2 to Christian Yelich. And the 0-2 pitch to Christian Yelich is strike three. So the first out there for Landon Root is a strikeout. Beautiful curveball in the dirt there. So, as I said at the top of the game, Bryce Eldridge will be playing first base. As there's a strike and it's 0-1. To Jackson Churio. As there's a swing and a miss at a cutter, and it's 0-2. Good cutter there. So, 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Root. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled off, and it remains 0-2. Good pitch there. Pat Murphy, the manager for the Milwaukee Brewers. As that sinker is outside and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch here to Jackson Churio is a swing and a miss for the second strikeout for Roop on a nasty curveball there. So Root, two batters faced via the curveball as well. As I lost the stream for a second. I lost the camera for a second, but it's 1-1 here. try and get the camera fixed as that pitch is high and it's 2-1. The um the it's 3-1 here to to Tarang, sorry, and he fouls that pitch off. Hopefully the cat I do not know what's going on with the camera. As we're back. It says a line drive base hit. That one's gonna get past Casey Schmidt. Tarang's gonna get to second, so that's a 2-out double for the Brewers. Don't know what happened there with the camera, but we're back now. So early scoring opportunity here for the Brewers. It'd be William Contreras looking to drive that in the run as that pitch is outside and it's 1-0. All right. Apologies there, just making sure we're back. But we're back. As 1-0 pitch to Contreras, route fires, and that one is a close pitch called a ball. So it's 2-0. And it was a ball, just. So the challenge would have been unsuccessful. As a 2-0 pitch is a pop-up on the infield. Arise calls Adams off, will make the catch himself for the third out. So Roop gets through the inning. A 2-out double there by Tarang was the hit for the Brewers, but they were unable to capitalise. And we go to the top of the second. Nothing, nothing. This game's going to feel a lot more like a normal baseball game today after the craziness of the last two, the last three games in Colorado, and especially last night's game, which was absolutely crazy. So the Adamas, Lee, and Chapman has come up for the Giants. Gotta say, I'd like to see Aldridge above Chapman if we're going to be critical, which I think we should be critical. I'd like to see Aldridge above Chapman, really. I'd like to see Aldridge above a few guys. I'd like to see Lee moved up to the top of the lineup as well. But this is the lineup they're going for. Tony Vitello, the manager for the Giants. So Willie Adamas, the former Milwaukee Brewer here, will lead off the inning. Is back in his second team. Played for the Rays, then the Brewers, and then the Giants. Had his best year with Milwaukee. So he takes a strike on the outside corner with a curveball, and it's 0-1. Adamas is hitting 158 against left-handers this season. As that 0-1 pitch is a weak ground ball to third base, and Hefe will scoop the ball. He'll fire it across the diamond to Vaughn for one quick out. So Adamas goes out there on the ground out, the 5-3 ground out. Last year, Willie hit a home run in Milwaukee. He did not do it this at bat. It says Jung-Hoo Lee, who's coming off a 5-hit game, only the third player to have 5 hits in a game this season. Cody Clemens, I know, did it for the Blue Jays. I can't remember who the other guy was, but Cody Clemens and Jung-Hoo Lee with 5-hit games this season, and one player to be named. As it's 1-1 here to Jung-Hoo Lee, facing the lefty, probably why he stayed down in the lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee, 11 for 15 in Colorado as he swings and misses that pitch, and it's 1-2. Lee now batting over 300 because of that series. As that pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Lee is a base hit to right field. That's a single for Jung-Hoo Lee. So there's the Giants' first hit. He reached down and got that change up and lifted it over the second baseman's head just for the Giants' first hit. So Lee's hot hitting continues from Colorado. And now it'll be Matt Chapman. Again, with Johan going, it's probably why they have Eldridge lower in the lineup and Chapman above him. As Chapman takes a strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch here to Matt Chapman. Pitch. Chapman drives one to centre field. That ball's carrying, and it is gone over Churio's glove and out of here. So Chapman actually hit a home run. I do not believe it. His second home run of the year. Chapman didn't know if Churio caught it or not, but that thing is gone. Wow. I do not believe it. I don't believe it. That's foreign to me. What have I just seen? Chapman hit a home run? I do not believe it. I do not believe. I can't believe what I just seen. As Eldridge takes away, and it's 1-1. So there's a strike. So Giants jumped it out to a 2-0 lead here, thanks to that Chapman home run. As Eldridge fouls off a good pitch there. And it remains 1-2. Eldridge, last 10 games, batting .353 with 5 walks to 6 strikeouts, 7 extra base hits. As there was a good take there by Eldridge on the slider. Two-two pitch here to Bryce Eldridge is a swing and a miss. Foul tipped actually, but that'll be a strikeout for the second out. Another good pitch there by Johan, but I mean, I still look at that as not a bad at bat because the 1-2 pitch was a good pitch and he took it. And then there's not much you can do when the pitcher throws good pitches back to back. This is Eric Haas. He takes a strike and it's 0-1. As Haas there takes inside and it's 1-1. Chapman actually did something. It's a miracle. I can't believe Chapman did something. 'Cause that one's high, and it's 2 and 1. As, the camera's just playing up a little bit, so I'm just gonna restart the camera so it's not delayed. Right, apologies for that. Just, restarting the camera there because it was lagging a little bit. But, and as I was doing that, the Giants actually got another hit. So, Eric Castell with the base hit, and now it'll be Jonah Cox batting. And he swings at the first pitch, but he swings and misses, and it's 0 and 1. So Jonah Cox starting today for the Giants in centre field. He was batting 400 in the minor leagues. So if he doesn't go back down, he was a 400 hitter for 2 months in the minor league this season. As the 0-1 pitch to Jonah Cox is a strike, and it's 1 and 1. 0 and 2, not 1 and 1, 0 and 2. Let's see if Cox can make contact here and maybe drive in this run. As the 0-2 pitch is a swung and a missed, chased way out the zone now on the high fastball. So maybe a bit of nerves there because that's probably a very unlike Jonah Cox swing. Because if you're swinging at those in the minors, there's no way you're batting 400. But the Giants take a 2-0 lead thanks to Matt Chapman's second home run of the year and the first one since the first week of the season. Here on Jolly Good Takes, it's Boom Boom Baseball.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom boom baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
So 2-0 Giants. This series is a complete contrast in teams. One team, probably the best run team in baseball. The other team, one of the worst run teams in baseball. But it's one of the worst run teams in baseball who take the 2-0 lead. Um, and we'll see what Roop can do. Can Roop actually break the trend of no Giants pitcher go more than 5 innings? So 2-0. Roop struck out 2 in the bottom of the first. We'll see what he does this inning. Roop's been the Giants' best pitcher. Beautiful day in Milwaukee. The roof's open. And right now, the Giants have the lead. Tomorrow, Kyle Harrison will be facing the Giants. Kyle Harrison will be facing his former team as that pitch is high. And it's 1-0 here to Jake Bowers. So there's a ball inside and it's 2-0. 2-0 here to Jake Bowers, and that one's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. As 2-1 pitch is a curveball that just doesn't come back over the plate, and it'll be 3-1. So you do not want to lead off. You don't want to walk the lead off hitter, especially after the team just scored 2 runs. as a 3-1 pitch is a strike and it's a full count. And with the new challenge system, it's always embarrassing when a pitcher goes to go to first and then doesn't challenge it. It's like, whoa. So if it's close enough that you're not going to challenge it, don't you start going to first? Well, let's see. The full count pitch there is a called strike three, and he's going to challenge it. And he's probably going to win this one, Bowers. You know what? That was a great pitch. Somehow he took it. So it'll be a lead-off walk. Somehow he took that pitch. I mean, the old days, every umpire's probably calling that one a strike. Looked like a strike the whole time and just dipped out the zone. Although, if the zone was actually a 3D zone, maybe that would have been a strike because the challenge system doesn't take the front part of the plate; it takes halfway through the plate. So pitches that come in, maybe clip the front of the zone. Maybe that one would have been a strike, but it's the same for everyone. So it was a ball, and here's Andrew Vaughan, who I actually wanted the Giants to get last year, as he pops this one up. Bit well, more than a pop up, a shallow fly ball that Schmidt will make the catch on for out number one, and the first out of bottom of the second. Eldridge actually playing first base today, so we'll see how he does. Devers been playing a good first base, so Giants taking a risk. But you got to get your kid in there and let him develop. As South Frelick here drives one to right field. That one's in the gap. That one's going to get to the wall. Chung Hee Lee will field it. They're going to wave home Bowers. That will score the run as a rise throw is not in time. So 2-1 here to the Giants. Milwaukee responding with an inning with a run there. As South Frelick hits a double and it's 2-1. So the walk comes back to bite root. Just a sinker there left over the half plate. South Frelick's too good of a hitter to miss that one. It was closer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought that definitely gonna score a run. So here's Renjifo, he takes low, and it's a 1-0. As there's a ground ball foul, and it's 1-1. As the 1-1 pitch here to Renjifo is way high, and it's 2-1. As there's a line drive, base hit. So this could tie the game as Jonah Cox gets to the ball. He fires it in. Sal Frelick will jog home, and just like that, it's 2-2. So the Giants' lead did not last long. As Renjifo there with an RBI single. So here's David Hamilton. And Hamilton will bunt, and no one's going to get that one, and that's going to be a bunt base hit. Some small ball there for the Brewers, and it worked. They must have been watching the Giants series against the Rays, and they will be the top of the lineup for Milwaukee now. So Root struggling here. This is Christian Yelich, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. That ball is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. So the Giants' lead did not last long at all, and they could be behind here before we know it, as there's a ball outside, and it's 2-1. So it's now a walk there to Yelich, so that will load the bases with one out. So Root in a bit of trouble here. There's a line drive base here. Is it if it's fair? And it is a fair ball. So one run's definitely going to score for Milwaukee. Two runs are going to score. The runner will hold up at third. 4-2 Brewers as they score four here in the bottom of the second, and it could be more. Churio there with the RBI double. Who RBI double? Not a good inning for Landon Root. And the Brewers are showing why they're one of the best teams in baseball. As there's a foul ball to Bryce Terang. 'Cause the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And it's 1-2 here to Terang. 2-2 here now to Terang as that ball was outside. As Terang fouls that one off and it remains 2-2. As the 2-2 pitch here is down and away, and it's another full count. And it's looking like another outing where pitchers aren't going to be able to go very far for the Giants, as that one is a ground ball foul. As the full count pitch is a drive to centre field. That ball is carrying. Cox back on the track will not be able to make the catch as it's off the wall. He goes crashing into the wall. No one's going to get there for the Giants. Lee will fire it in. Willie Adamas will cut it off. So that'll be a triple, a two-run triple for Bryce Terang. And it's 6 runs here for the Brewers. Wow. Wow. I did not see this coming from Landon Root. Oh, it's just not good for the Giants. And you're not playing in Coors Field, so you're probably not going to come back from this. Jonah Cox was unable to make the catch there, as he'll be William Contreras. As there's a drive to left. Schmidt will catch it. This will score the run, and it's 7 runs for the Brewers in the bottom of the second. 7-2 Milwaukee. Wow. Sack fly there for Contreras. Did not see this coming at all. As Wilkin Ramos is already warming up. As that one's low. As that ball is fouled off, and it's 2-1. 7 runs for the Brewers here in the bottom of the second. 2-1 pitch here is fouled off, and it's 2-2. As that 2-2 pitches outside. There's a swing and a miss for the final out of the inning. 7 runs for the Brewers. Wow. Wow. That's why they're so good. And this game already feels OVA over. 7 runs and not 1 home run either. Crazy. That's what good teams do. Just did not see this coming from Rube. Not in a million years. So the Giants have got a long way if they wanna come back. And the challenge made a big difference there. First batter challenged it. Was a strikeout called by the umpire. Schmidt takes a strike and it's 0-1. So that one's outside and it's 1-1. It's a 1-1 pitch here to Schmidt. Swung and a missed, and it's 1-2. As Schmidt hits a hard drive to centre field, Churi, who's going back on the warning track, will make the catch. Now we'll bring up Rafi Devers, who walked his first time up. So here's Rafi Devers. As the 1-1 pitch here to Devers. Swung and a miss, and it's 1-2. It's now 2-2 here to Rafi Devers. As Devers takes outside, and it's 3-2. As Devers strikes out there for the second out. He wasn't happy about that one. Well, just a depressing game for the Giants already. As a rise takes a ball. So here's Luis Rise. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. He takes in the dirt there, and it's 2-1. As that's in the dirt, and it's 3-1. As a Rise with a two-out walk there. So one out, it's two out. Sorry, walk there. It's Hey Spencer, how you doing? You're not going to be here long because you got trivia. Well, trivia. Hopefully you do well. Monday night trivia. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be here for long if the Giants getting blown out after 7 because this thing is ugly, and I got to get some sleep because I've got places to be. But we'll see. As here's Willie Adamas. He swings and it's 0-2 to Willie Adamas. Love a good bit of trivia. Well, especially sports trivia, to be honest. General like actors, I'm not great with. History and sports, really. As Adamas hits a line drive, but Hamilton will make the play for the third out of the inning. And Spencer, I do not know what happened to Landon Roop. Cannot believe what happened to Landon Root. Did not see him giving up 7 in 1 inning. Oh, I don't mind watching, just not at 3 in the morning. But no, if they make a comeback, I'll continue watching. But we know that if they're down by more than 3, yeah, the 19 runs was nice, but they're going to give up 19 now. That's what this team does. So this team is so bad. And you have your best pitcher really going as well. And he's still going up 7 as they haven't got a runner up. Bases are empty. The inning has not started yet. Could the Giants get swept? 4 games in Milwaukee? Could they? They face Kyle Harrison tomorrow, so that's probably going to be a sweep. I mean, a win. And then I don't know who's pitching games 3 and 4, but if it's Marley, Webb, but this Brewers team is so much better than the Giants. Yeah, I'm somehow Chapman hit a home run. Chapman actually hit a home run. It's a miracle. That's his one home run used for the month. As Brute throws the ball there, and it's 1-1 to Andrew Vaughan. I think you meant they would win 1 in Denver, which happened. Yeah, yeah. They could luck into 1 win, but if you can't even get it close with your best pitcher, what's happened to Roop? There's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. 2-2. Oh, as there's a, close pitch and it's a ball and it's a full catch. Yeah, the 49ers aren't doing anything this year, are they? Crazy trade. The Giants actually challenged that pitch, but it was a ball. So Giants lose a challenge. I didn't see that coming. The AJ Brown one, everyone knew what was happening. Oh, because Diana Rossini, but it was reporting it because she was sleeping in bed with Vrabel. But yeah, the only reason is there's a ground ball off Roop's glove. That's going to be a base hit. So Roop, that was going straight to a rise, but instead he deflects it into the gap. The only thing that can stop the Rams is if they get injured, right? If Stafford, has the back problems, Puka Nakua is a bit injury prone, but their defense is looking like it's going to be one of, if not the best in the league. So with Sean McVay, even if Stafford goes down, you never know. They could still be good enough to win. It's 1-0 here to South Frelick. He had an RBI double last time. Hey Anthony, what's up? Yeah, it was going well after the top of the second because Chapman actually hit a home run. As there's a sharp ground ball to Eldridge. Eldridge will step on first. He throws it to Adamas at second, and they get a double play. Nice play there by Bryce. He gets the double play by stepping on first, then throwing it over, and Adamas got the tag on Andrew Vaughan. Exactly. I think that's what could stop the Rams. But yeah, it's not going great, Anthony. 7-2. Your best pitcher's on the mound, and you're losing 7-2. It's not great. As here's Renjifo. He had an RBI his last time up. This is just crazy. They have one good game. They can't put anything together. As 1-1 pitch is swung and a miss, and it's 1-2. So Giants got a new third base coach today. Yeah. Uh Spencer thinks we're gonna win one game. I could see us getting swept here in Milwaukee. Kyle Harrison will probably dominate them tomorrow night. Then you've probably got Marley going, so that's a loss. So that's 3 losses, and then hey, Webb may be going, but it's Milwaukee, right? It doesn't get any easier, this schedule. They've got the hardest schedule in all of baseball in June. Which, hey, they're definitely going to be sellers at the deadline, as that pitch is high. Who they sell is really the bigger question. And to be honest, it's actually good Chapman hit a home run because if Chapman can get it going and then we can trade Chapman, that's probably the best thing for this team. So maybe we want Chapman. We want Chapman to do well. Well, I want all Giants players to do well. So can Chapman get it going this month? It's a good start today, and then hopefully we could trade him. You're probably right, Spencer. They probably locked themselves into one. It says a 2-out walk. We'll probably find a way to lock ourselves into one. A few players will drive one out probably. I'd love to how about Bryce Eldridge wins us a game? That would be nice. This is David Hamilton. He singled, as everyone singled for the Brewers, or got a hit for the Brewers in the bottom of the second. As that pitch is high and outside. I thought, yeah, we're going to get a normal game today. We're going to get a low scoring game, maybe 4-2 Brewers. Nope. It's like Coors Field all over again. 7 in the bottom of the bottom of the second. Says a strike and it's 1-1. It says a pick-up attempt. Bryce Eldridge is the first baseman today. No, Brewers the most well-run team in baseball, right? Brewers best run team in baseball. Giants one of the worst. So and I've watched the Brewers quite often. They're a good team to watch. There's 2-1 here to Hamilton, the number 9 hitter, who they'll probably walk, as there is a ball again. So it's 3-1. So we're struggling to find the strike zone. Come on, Landon, find the strike zone, please. He did find the strike zone there. That was right down the middle. Luckily for him, Hamilton is the number 9 hitter, but that's what you got to do to the number 9 hitter: throw strikes. There's a foul ball. It remains 3-2. Gonna be, at least they're not stuck in 500 because it's gonna be so interesting to see what Buster Posey does. Do we see like wholesale changes? Does he really blow it up? Because if this team was 500, they would. There's not a chance they blow it up. As Hamilton hits a high fly ball to left, Schmidt though is going back. He will make the catch. Spencer, me and you completely agree. The Brewers logo is one of my favorite as well. I think it's so smart how they did it with the M for Milwaukee and the B for Brewers to make the baseball glove. That's what I'm talking about with the logo. So it's 7-2 Milwaukee. The Giants, they're gonna get back in this. They gotta start scoring soon. Um, because if they're not within a few runs, then they're gonna bring out the crap people in the bullpen. At least they got rid of Barucki. Reminds you of the Harvey Wallbanger teams with Molitor and Yout. I'll be honest, Spencer, I do not know who they were. I assume that they probably quite similar. Early 80s, okay. If Anthony's in here, maybe Anthony will know who they are. Look, out of all the teams that could get to the World Series, I'd love to see Milwaukee in the World Series. So if that team got to the World Series, I hope this team gets into the World Series as the lead takes a strike. As they're not even showing the game now at the broadcast booth. They're like, who wants to watch the game? Yeah, Milwaukee's really good. As Johnny Lee actually challenged that pitch, and it was low, so it's 1-1. Giants only got one challenge left, but Lee got that. Says a foul ball. It's amazing how the Brewers find players every year. I've said constantly, if Milwaukee wants one of your players, you just keep him because you know he's going to be good then. As a 1-2 pitch here to Jung Hoo Lee is a ground ball to second. Drang fires it over to Vaughan for the first out, and that's classic 4-3 Lee right there. It's 1 out, sorry. I put 2, it's 1 out. It is Chapman who actually hit a home run last time. Drohan, by the way, is still in the game. He's a relief pitcher, but you know, with the Giants pitching, he's still in the game. The Cardinals are my second hated team behind the Dodgers. Okay. As Chapman hits a high drive, but this one will be in play as Truria makes the catch for the second out. I mean, more modern day history. Everyone hates Goldschmidt and Arenado. As with Bryce Elder's at bat, I can sense that they people hate them when the Giants play the Cardinals. Actually, as Eldridge hits a line drive, that's going to get down. That one's going to get to the wall. So Eldridge is going to have a double here. So Eldridge's hot hitting continues. That's good to see. Nice double there for the kid. Lefty on lefty there as well. I actually thought he struck out in his first at bat, but I actually thought he had a good at bat. A couple of close pitches that he took well. Then he struck out on a good pitch. That was hit at 107.7 miles an hour. We got to see Bryce Elder higher up in this lineup. Says Eric Hass, he doubled the first time up. So he fouls that one off out of play. And it's 0-1. It's 0-2 here to Eric Hass. Right, let me write that down, Spencer. I'm gonna I'm gonna write that down and watch that after the game. And then tomorrow I'll tell you about it. 'Cause that one's fouled. I'm gonna write this down. So we've got Ozzie Smith and Will Clark in 1987. As a Eric Haas strikes out there. Haas, sorry. So Eldridge got the double. But apart from Eldridge, no one did anything, and this Giants team's going to go back to 14 games under 500 by the looks of it. Oh, Anthony, absolutely. I think if Eric and Glenn are doing it tonight, there's going to be some good arguments because every pitch has gone to crap. Right, Ozzie Smith, the Will Clark fight. Right. I'm going to be watching that after this. Giants player Candy Maldonado, who was up when Clark was forced out a second. Candy came over from first with a flying right, hitting Smith right in the face. Really? I tell you what, when you're young, the teams you hate when you're young, they you stay hating them for the rest of your life. Like for me right now with the 49ers, I can't stand Philadelphia. Absolutely, actually hate all Philadelphia teams as well. Cannot stand the city of Philadelphia. Right. Here's Landon Root. Gonna watch that fight. That should I'm excited to watch that now. As I said, if you give me history moments, some of your favorite history moments, I will always, always go and check them out. Last time up, the Giants definitely need a new slogan, by the way. I don't like it's a good one. Nothing to like's a good one. As that ball is outside. Christian Yelich. Yeah, as there's a ball and it's 2-0. Same with football teams for me. There's just certain teams I hate more actually when we were in the championship than in the Premier League. But there's a strike and it's 2-1. It is funny because it's just a sport, but we treat sport like it's so important, and it is well, it is to me anyway. I mean, it's one of my favorite things in life. But there's so many other issues. But oh god, there's so many teams I hate. As Yelich is ahead 3-1 here. Root is not going to get through more than 5 innings. There's a line drive. That one is going to fall in front of Cox. Cox actually did well there to keep it in front of him and hold it to a single. So Milwaukee, another lead-off hit. Yelich, good bit of hitting, got himself in the hitter's count, got the pitch down the middle. See, this is the thing with Root, you can sometimes lose a strike zone, and when you do, to a good team, it's going to cost you, as it has today. See, here's Jackson Churio. He got a base hit his last time up. He swings at that cutter. So Root, he's thrown a couple of good cutters to Churio. As there's a good curveball there, but Churio was able to check his swing, so it's 1-1. So that one's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Reap again falling behind, and that's what cost him. And it's looking like it could cost him again. 2-1 here to Jackson Churio. Sinker there on the inside part, and he fouled it off. And it's 2-2. The Giants are looking to not get embarrassed, but they're already an embarrassment. So unless they come back, they're just going to keep getting embarrassed. It's a full count here to Churio. Oh, Roop. Come on, Roop. Fire some strikes, please. Save the bullpen, please. Yeah, Spencer is there. Ball four. Runner was on the move, but it's ball four. That pitch weren't close. Oh my God, Roop. Landon, Landon, Landon. You are the one bright spot of this pitching staff, and now you're going to crumble. Nothing, nothing good can happen for the Giants. As that one's high, and it's 1-0. This is Roop's fallen behind again. It's 2-0. You put in the comment box Candy's biggest hit as a Giant. Nice. Whether you hit someone else, you hit a baseball. The most memorable hits are probably the ones that are fights, really. The base is going to be loaded here as it's 3-0 now to Bryce Terang. And the Giants bullpen has got to warm up here because Root cannot find the zone. Yep, ball four there. Base is loaded. This thing is ugly. I'm going to get a mound visit here. Pitching coach is going to come out. Landon Roop. Just wow. Woodkin Ramos. Well, Spencer, that's what that's the thing with the old days is they let so much go. Same in football, they let so many challenges go. Nowadays, you wouldn't get away with it. Back then, so much more violence was allowed. As here's Contreras, he takes a called strike, but he'll challenge that. He'll win that challenge as well. So it'll be 1-0 here. So Roop's going to fall behind. Good challenge there. Big difference between 1-0 and 0-1 because now Roop has got to come in. Got to come in to the strike zone here. As there's a ground ball to Willie Adamas, he'll fire it over to Arise. He'll fire it to Eldridge, and it's a double play. And that's probably best scenario there. One run does score though. But with bases loaded, no outs, you've got to take the double play. I mean, Roop's annoyed. You never want to give up any runs. It could have been a whole lot uglier. Because I use this scoreboard, right? And I do the scoreboard myself. There's 2 outs, by the way, as there's a called strike. I do the scoreboard myself, and it's a lot easier when neither team scores over 10 runs. Because then, as there's a ball, I have to do all these adjusting, of because double digit scores don't fit in there, so I have to make it smaller, and then I have to align both numbers up. And it's like, they never score 10 runs, really, teams. But not not the case for the Giants, because bloody hell, these games are high scoring recently. Yeah, that's that's the thing, the Tom Brady effect. Now, if you touch Tom Brady towards the end of his career, they would throw anything. Whereas back then, guys, yeah, as you said, like Montana and Marino, they didn't get protected like they do now. As a 2-2 here to Jake Bowers. Roof open, sun setting, and a swing and a miss to end the inning. So we'll go to the top of the fifth. The Brewers do add another run. Also, the thing with Milwaukee is they have less home runs than the Giants, but they're like top three in walks. The Giants in Milwaukee are quite similar in terms of offense. Um, in terms of their approach, it's a lot of with a Rise and Lee and the slappy hitters. The Giants have been swinging, making contact. It's kind of well, that is what the Brewers are. The difference is the Giants are historically low at walks, so they never get 3 hits in an inning. The Brewers, they'll get hits in an inning, but they combine it with so many walks. So it's just like, yeah, they have similar approaches, but the Brewers are way better because they walk. Yeah, might as well be wearing, yeah. They could if they wore all white and there was any bit of dirt on them, they'd be roughing the passer. Marino was knocked down almost every play when they got hammered by the Niners. Yeah, I mean, when you watch the old games, like you watch the Cowboys Niners NFC Championship games. I'm telling you, some of the hits that Montana was taking was crazy. Someone that's grown up on the modern era of the NFL, you go back and watch an old game, you're like, bloody hell. So it's 8-2 Milwaukee here. See, I tell you actually, I've not been to many NFL games, but I did go to Niners Cowboys a couple of years ago. And it was Sunday Night Football when the Niners won. And there were some Dallas fans in front of us, and I was just giving it to them. Dak, I think threw a few picks, and I was just like, I was just laughing, like, oh, Dak Prescott, Dak Pick Scott, because he keeps throwing picks. But the only thing I will say is, hopefully, the 49ers don't become like the Cowboys and just become brand oriented. I mean, they don't have Jerry Jones, but as Drew Gilbert's going to pinch hit here in the fifth for Jonah Cox. I mean, come on. Can we watch Jonah Cox play a little bit? I only say the Niners are better than the Cowboys, obviously. They've been to the Super, but they haven't won one. And don't just become, brand based. Oh, we're the Niners. We're good. We're selling out a lot of things. Our fans travel. We're competitive. That's good enough for us. Come on. I want us to be hungry for championships. This is 0-2 here to Gilbert. You're the bloody 49ers. Not having a Super Bowl for over 30 years is unacceptable. It's 0-2 to Gilbert. The pitcher steps off there. We have got a new pitcher for the Brewers, by the way. Patrick is in the game. That's why they've swapped Gilbert in for Cox, because that one's inside and it's 2-2, which I disagree with, but that's why they swapped them. They wanted Cox in against the lefty and Gilbert in against the righty, but come on, you're down 8-2. Just play Cox, man. Play the young guy. As that pitch is inside and it's a full count here to Gilbert. Full count pitch to Gilbert. He fouls it off as his helmet comes flying off. I tell you what, Jung-Hoo Lee, he's passed his bloody helmet flying off to Gilbert because Gilbert flies off now, and Lee's actually stays on. I think Gilbert needs a bloody new helmet, or there's just no balance in his swing. As the 3-2 pitch, Gilbert hits a drive. That one's going to hold up though for Churio to make the catch for the first out. And that pitch was down the middle. Gilbert probably should have done well. He should have done more of that. Not probably. He should have done more than that. As the top of the lineup for the Giants is up. I tell you what, I've just realised as well. Bloody, I'm terrible start to my week in fantasy because I've got Landon Roop and he's given up 8 runs. Quick fouls that one off. I also have Garrett Crochet who gave up like 11 runs in 2 innings, so it's not as bad as that. And I still won that week. But yeah, Landon Roop. What's happened to him today? Schmidt takes that side and it's 1-1. Good take there by Schmidt, which is what he's been doing all this year. What is Landon Roop's ERA as well after this game? 4.22 ERA for Roop. As Schmidt hits a high pop up. Hamilton going back into the outfield will make the catch for out number 2. Now bring up Devers. Devers, he walked. Didn't do anything last time up. Struck out. It's kind of an ugly at bat as well. Devers batting 252. He's on base actually at up to 300 now, so well done, Rafi. Not the 400 we wanted as he takes low and it's 1-0, but at least you're off the bloody 200. 1-0 pitch here to Devers. It's a called strike with the fastball, and it's 1-1. One pitch here to Devers. Big swing and a miss on the cutter. That was an ugly swing by Devers. That was not the Devers you want to see. Not that swing. That was April Devers. It's 2-2 now. It's the Chad Patrick is the pitcher. As that 2-2 pitch is a close pitch. We won't get a challenge though, so it will be 3-2. Close pitch. The Brewers did not challenge. As a 3-2 pitch is a called strike 3. That wasn't a strike, but Devers won't challenge it. Yeah, so Giants go down there in order. And apart from Matt Chapman, the Giants done absolutely nothing. Don't know why Devers didn't challenge that. He even acted like it was a ball as well. He was starting going towards first, but it's not a guy that's that confident in the strike zone if he's not challenged in that. Yes, we only have one challenge, right? But Lee challenged one with the one challenge. That was close, but he knew the strike zone. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter in terms of this game. because this game is probably long gone. As Wilkin Ramos is going to come into the game to make his Giants debut. 25-year-old. Actually, his MLB debut. He's never pitched in the MLB before. Should be interesting. We'll see. I was reading that the Giants bullpen, they all released the pitch from very similar spots. But Wilkin Ramos, I think, releases it from a three-quarter release. So we'll see. I always like watching new people when your team's crap, you know. He's 25 years old, got to give the guy a chance. Hopefully, he can make a name for himself and be a solid piece to this bullpen for the next 5 years. Yeah, so as I said earlier, 17 games for Ramos, a 2 ERA. He throws a sinker there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, he has a funny little setup. There's a weak drive to right field, caught by Bryce Eldridge for the first out. He was born in the Dominican Republic. Favorite player was Giordano Ventura, and he's got a younger brother who's in the Mariners organization. Mariners a bit better than the Giants. So here's Sal Frelick. He took a ball, but he takes a strike there, and it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch here to Sal Frelick from Ramos. Is a check swing, but he went, and it's 1-2. Actually, you know what's interesting today? I saw in AAA you can actually challenge check swings. So that'll be in baseball soon, and that's good because we all know what happened in 2021 is that pitch is high and it's 2-2. If you can challenge check swings, that definitely going to improve the game because umpires get that wrong so often. As 2-2 pitch here is not close and it's a full count. So full count here to Sal Frelick. Ramos in the wind-up, he fires a slurve ball. Sal Frelick digs that one out. He sends it to right field. That will get down in front of Lee. Lee will cut it off. Will Sal Frelick get to second? He does. So Frelick uses his speed there to get a double. And that's Sal Frelick's second double of the game. Good, but not a terrible pitch. I mean, it was over the plate, but it was down. But Sal Frelick, who's a good contact hitter, dug that one out. And lots of players that would have been a single, but not for Frelick with his speed. As Rengifo takes in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Rengifo's 1-for-1 with a walk. Hasn't hit a home run this year, so he probably will this game. As he takes a strike, and it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch here from Wilkin Ramos, who was called up to the Giants today. As that's a ground ball to Adamas. The runner will get to third, but he'll throw out Duran for out number two. And that'll bring up David Hamilton, who takes a strike, and it's 0-1. David Hamilton, they got from the Red Sox, part of sending Caleb Durbin. They also got Kyle Harrison and Drohan in that trade. As Ramos fires, that's a four-seam fastball in the heart of the zone as Hamilton swings at that, sends one out to Casey Schmidt in left, but Schmidt will make the catch for out number three. So Ramos did give up the double, but was able to get around that. Don't love what I saw though, because he was leaving a lot of pitches over the heart plate. But this time he got away with it. And there must be some adrenaline and nerves there as well. So he, I expect him to be a lot better next time up. And with this Giants team, can you really complain about a scoreless inning? Probably not. So Rise will lead off the inning for the Giants, and then Adamas and Chapman. And Chapman hit the home run. So Chapman actually, you watch Chapman get going this month, and the Giants still be crap. So 8-2 to the Brewers. Landon Root giving up 8 runs. He could only go 4 innings as well. Crazy. No Giants pitcher can go more than 5, and right now they can't even go more than 4. Tell you, lovely day in Milwaukee. Lovely evening there. As they're promoting a Giants soccer jersey, and that is a terrible soccer jersey. I am sorry. That is not what soccer jerseys look like. Come on, Giants. So DL Hall will come into the game for the Brewers, 2.36 ERA. So they're winning by 6, and they're bringing in a guy with a 2 point something ERA. That's how good their bullpen is. As he throws a strike to a Rise, and it's 0-1. As a Rise hits a line drive fair, that's going to be a base hit for Luis Rise to left field. A single there for Luis Rise. As Spencer, look, I always appreciate your time, even if it's just for a few innings. You show up, and that's all that matters. And I appreciate that. So enjoy your trivia night. I hope you do well. And see you next time, Spencer. Yeah, the one game winning streak was a lot of fun as Adama takes a wild swing, and it's 0-1. Yes. Thank you, Spencer. Take care too. So 0-1 here to Willie Adamas. He takes outside and it's 1-1. Giants, they cannot leave it late. If they're going to get into this game somehow, you've got to start this inning. So he takes a strike and it's 1-2. Yeah, Anthony, I mean, they used up all their runs from yesterday, as we said, for the week. As Adama strikes out for out number one, as Brewers fans are probably laughing like, "Ha, you guys gave this guy how much? We watched him. You gave him how much?" But the worst part about today is that Landon Root was pitching. If it was Marley, it's like, well, that's what we expect from Marley. We did not expect Root to only go 4 innings and give up 8 runs. As here's Jung Lee. There's a strike and it's 1-1. Lee actually hit a single. So while the team is not carrying anything from Denver, Lee is. So they're showing Kyle Harrison there. He's probably delighted he's off the Giants, even though he is a Giants fan. He's probably delighted. As Lee flies out there to left field, and that will bring up Matt Chapman. Yeah, and the thing with Roop as well is his command's a bit iffy. So, and if he's falling behind to a team like the Brewers, if you're falling behind counts, the Brewers are taking advantage of that every day of the week. As Chapman takes a strike down the middle, and it's 0-1. There's a pitch low, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Roop. He falls behind too many counts. He walks too many people. And actually, today, the challenge system really helps Milwaukee out. 3-2 count, bottom of the second, no outs. Umpire calls it a strike, gets overturned for a strikeout as Chapman fouls that pitch off. It gets overturned to a walk instead of a strikeout. And then from there, they scored 7 runs. If that's out number one, Roop got the next guy out. There's no one on 2 outs. Are they scoring 7 runs? Probably not. But no, Roop, he's got to throw strikes. As Chapman fouls that pitch off and it stays 1-2. Let's come on, Chapman, hit another one. Increase any sort of trade value that you have, if any trade value. It's probably negative trade value. So that ball's in the dirt and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch here to Matt Chapman is low and it'll be a full count. So the runner will be in motion. I mean, this team, it's hard to even get angry at this team. It's just like you're crap. So not even their fault. They're just crap. As Chapman walks. So a nice game here for Matt Chapman. And that will bring up Bryce Eldridge, who doubled his last time up against a lefty. So Eldridge's at bats just are staying good. As he's now got an 800 OPS. A 21-year-old. They'll keep the lefty in to face Eldridge, who takes outside and it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch here to Bryce Eldridge. He goes around there on a pitch way outside and in the dirt, but it's the big leagues and that was a good sweeper. So it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch here to Bryce Eldridge. It's right down the middle for a strike. And That's you can when someone takes that pitch, you can tell they're not picking it. He's thinking, maybe that was, the slider and it was gonna go out the zone." Instead, it was a sinker down the middle. And the 1-2 pitch, he swings and misses, not happy with himself. Well, you could just tell that Bryce was not picking that pitcher. He could not see it coming out the hand. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, 8-2 Brewers, and the shit show for the Giants continues. I just this team is just so crap. These games aren't even close that they're losing now. They actually don't even play in that many close games. They win, they blew them out. It's the Diamondbacks, they were always losing all of those games. Like, it's just some of the worst baseball you could ever watch. Which is why we will be streaming other teams' baseball games this season. I'll be trying to stream all 32 teams at some point. When the Giants have an off day, uh, maybe I'll stream a couple of games a day as well. I've already done that. I streamed the Brewers v the Cubs and then the Giants game after that. Because we want to watch good baseball, not just the Giants, but actual good baseball. Now we're watching that here with Milwaukee, but competitive games. There's a good pitching matchup. Like if there was Skeens v Scooble, like we're gonna be streaming that. Or Schlittler against Seattle, just like good matchups. And then we'll be streaming NFL games as well. As the 49ers game 1 just got a lot harder this week or today with the Rams trading for Myles Garrett. As Ramos will stay in the game here and he fires a strike and he fires a ball and it's 1-1. Yes, hopefully, Anthony. Uh, I'm thinking if I just stream the Giants and they're 30 games into 500, who's gonna watch a Giants stream when they're 30 games into 500? Everyone has got better places to be than the Giants. Be doing the draft as well, be streaming the draft as well. May stream Knicks Spurs game as well. Maybe not game 1 because it clashes with the Giants, but game 2. No, the Rams traded for Myles Garrett, so that game got harder because the 49ers aren't blocking him. As it's a full count here, it's Christian Yelich. The 49ers should have traded for him, but I get it. I don't know if they would have won the season. They would have won the Super Bowl even if they traded for him. As Yelich strikes out. So after this series, yeah, yeah, Anthony, they traded Jared Verse, a 2027 first round pick, 2028 second round pick, and 2029 third round pick to the Browns. As its own one, crazy. They're clearly if they stay healthy, they are the clear front runners for the Super Bowl. As wow, Churio actually swung at a pitch that almost hit him there. Well, that's the angle that Ramos creates. His trio hits one off the end of the bat straight to Arise, who flips it over to Eldridge for out number two. And also today, which I think most people knew was going to happen, was the Eagles traded AJ Brown to the Patriots for a first and a fifth round pick. So Mike Vrabel reunites with a former player of his. It's the post June 1st trades. It's when like contracts become way more tradable. So there are a few moves today. It's 2-0 here to Terang. That ball's in the dirt, and it's 3-0. The Rams are going all in. As that's a 4-pitch walk to Terang. Tony Vitello cannot be a happy man. He was doing good things at Tennessee, and he leaves for the Giants, and he can't do anything. As there's a swing and a miss by Contreras. A slurve in the dirt. And I don't know how much of this is on Tony Vitello, really. As there's a little bloop that's going to drop in front of Gilbert. As Terang makes his way to third. So the runners at the corners, 2 outs here for Milwaukee. Brewers, 10 hits here. Good base run by Terang there as well. 2 outs though, so he was going on contact. So Ramos trying to get out this inning. He fires a slurve low, and it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch here is a close pitch. Giants won't challenge, and it'll be 2-0. Two-0 here to Jake Bowers. It's now 3-0 as that pitch is outside. So his command's not been great this inning, Ramos. 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike, and it's 3-1. Brewers are looking to, I mean, it's already kind of blown open, but blow it open even more. There's ball 4, and the bases are loaded again. And we're going to get a mound visit. Bases loaded. The pitching on this team is abysmal. the Giants get to, like the Giant well, I'll keep streaming Giants games for now, but eventually we may have to just do a different team each day. I see it's Andrew Vaughan. He's probably gonna get a hit, as that one's in the dirt, and it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch here to Vaughan is fouled off, and it's 1-1. This Giants team, one of the worst in baseball. And, a game like today is why you can't blame Tony Vitello. He has no impact on Root. Root just went out there and couldn't get it done. As the 1-1 pitch here to Andrew Vaughan is a line drive to right field. That's going to be a base hit. As Jung-Hoo Lee gets to the ball, 1 run's going to score, 2 runs are going to score. So it's now 10-2 to Milwaukee. So Vaughan there, yeah, I just knew he was going to get. I knew he was going to get a hit. So bad. Sorry, there's runners at second and third here. Me, Jung-Hoo Lee bobbled that ball when he was trying to pick it up. So it's going to actually be a single and then an error on Jung-Hoo Lee. If there's a foul ball on its own too, that was almost foul. This Giants pitching staff is so bad. It's gonna keep getting worse, Anthony, isn't it? As the 0-2 pitch to Felix fouled off. I will not be finishing this game. I'll either end it after 7 or after 8 because it's almost 3 a.m. here and I got to get some sleep. As Felix shoots from the other way, Schmidt will come in to make the catch. My God, 10-2. And they messed with my bloody scoreboard as well. We'll watch this inning. We'll get at least to the 7th inning stretch. Just 10-2. This is so bad. I think the pitching is what's worse on this team. You wouldn't even know that this game started off well for the Giants, being up 2-0. It looks like all one-way traffic, but no. Yep, I completely agree, Anthony. I bet Vitello regrets joining this team 100%. If you listen to I was listening to Dave Fleming speak, and he was saying how Vitello he was really waiting for the right opportunity. And he must have thought this was going to be the right opportunity, but no. Oh, Lou, they're all going crazy. We'll see how long Vitello lasts. Will he go back to college after this year? Will he even make it to the end of the year? We'll see. It's going to be a long year, and if Vitello, we're only a couple of months into the season. Just want to know here to Haas. Who know now to Haas? Yeah. Same with Buster Posey. Buster Posey may resign as well. It's now 3-0. They need to get rid of Zach Manasian. I don't want anything tied to the Angels organization, please. As there's a walk for Haas. So a lead-off walk and the comeback is on. As a little delay here. Everyone's to blame when you're playing like this. So there's a strike and it's 0-1. There's a ground ball and shortstop will throw that over to first. But Haas moves up to second base. And top of the lineup will be back up for the Giants and Casey Schmidt. And Schmidt fouls that one off and it's 0-1. Well, I see, and I would like someone from the Brewers to come to the Giants, but I think it's just the whole like culture at Milwaukee. Schmidt hits one off the end of the bat. That is going to be caught by Hamilton. Makes a nice catch going back there. Brewers dugout love that, and so they should. Great play there by Hamilton. I thought that was going to fall. This is Devers. Devers, awful game. He fouls that pitch up. Sorry, he swings and misses there at another fastball. Devers takes a strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch hit to Devers is outside, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Devers. It's high and outside, and it's 2-2. We'd like to see Devers stay hot because this game's not an encouraging sign. This is April Devers, this game. As a 2-2 pitch to Devers is foul off and remain 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Devers is inside, and it's 3-2. Strikeout coming. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Full payoff pitch to Devers is high, so it's a walk. Oh, it's a rough time to be a fan right now. Definitely. Let's just get a man visit here. It's a tough watch, that's for sure. But I love baseball and Giants are my favorite team, so I'm always gonna watch. And look, watching Eldridge is fun because if that guy's a superstar, that's what I want to watch. I do not know what they're going to do in the off season. It's going to be so interesting what they do with the lockout impending or looming, I should say. Maybe the lockout gives them a way out of it. It gives them time to think about what they're going to do. As there's a strike to arise. You know, I always think some certain teams are going to deal with a lockout well. As there's a strike, they're going to have a plan of we can actually use this lockout to as an advantage for 2028. Don't see the Giants being one of those teams as Arise challenges that pitch, and that was a stupid challenge. So the Giants are out of challenges. It's 0-2 here to Luis Arise. The 0-2 pitch is high, and it's 1-2. As they checked to see if Arise swung, but he did not. One-two pitch here to Luis Arise. He fouls that off, and it remains 1-2. And Arise will take a timeout. Although Arise's timeouts are very quick. He's already here. 1-2 pitch. It's a line drive up the middle, though. It's off the mound as Ortiz will step on second base and get the out. So Giants do not score. What a shock there. Look, Arise didn't strike out, but too softly hit. And if there was any chance Giants were going to get back in the game, they would have needed a miracle in that inning. Maybe a 3-run home run followed by a solo home run. Even then, you'd still be down 4. So there's definitely no way back for this team. But anyway, time for the that's all good, Anthony. Time for the 7th inning stretch here on Jolly Good Takes. Oh yes, the old ball game. Giants getting battered here in Milwaukee, as they're actually going to use Matt Gage as well, one of their better relief pitchers. That's an interesting decision. I would have saved Matt Gage, but they're going to use him. So, Anthony, what do you think of them replacing Cox in the fifth inning? So they just they're like down 6 runs. We're going to remove you for Gilbert. I mean, come on, let the guy play the full game. Do we really need to be pinch hitting him? As Devers just looks like smug on the bench. He doesn't care really, does he? He's getting paid 30 million a year. It's 3-1 here to Renhefo. Favorite food? Interesting. As that pitch is found, I would probably have to say carbonara. I just love pasta. I just love a carbonara. I'd get a carbonara wherever I could go if they have it. As there's a walk for the Brewers. How about you, Anthony? What's your favorite food? It's anything pasta really. Yeah, it's probably I don't know. That's just what I go for. Maybe I'm too young to have experienced all the best foods in the world. I like lasagna as well. I love lasagna as well. As there's a base hit. As Rengifo's gonna get to third, so it'll be runners at the corners, no outs. Oh, you're 75% Italian. Nice. See, to me, Italian food is my favorite food. Whereas, see, your favorite food's seafood. I can't eat seafood. I just can't. Oh, do love cheeseburgers. As here's Yelich. He'll drive in another run here. Yeah, I got it. I'll eat cod, but like salmon or oysters, I can't do that. As Yelich gets a base hit there. Lee's gonna get to the ball. So it's gonna be runners at the corners still, but 11-2. I do love Mexican food as well. It's interesting. My spice tolerance is not very good, but I still like eating spicy food. Look, the food in America, I've been a few times. If you go to a proper restaurant, it's a lot nicer in America than it is over here. Not allergic, I just don't like it. It's like it's just a family thing. Like we all don't like seafood, just the taste buds. There's 0-1 here to Churio. Is a ground ball that's going to get through. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score another run. As Barry Koto, who's chucked into the game, gets that. This is definitely going to be the final inning. As the Giants are down by 10. Anthony, what is this? This is so bad. They are going to be furious on Giant Sports Talk Live because that's a foul ball. I love I love going to restaurants in America. It's like one of my favorite things for the road trip. That you get good food over here, of course, but portions are way bigger as well. Basically, steak and potatoes. Yeah, I'm very. I like my food. I don't know. As there's a one too. I'm nothing fancy really. Like fish and chips. Um, that's a British classic. I love a good fish and chips with curry sauce. Oh, that's the only fish I would eat is big cod battered. Apart from that, because that doesn't really taste salty. As it's 1-2 here to Joey Ortiz. That one's way in the dirt. And it's 2-2, and the runners stay. Good block there by Haas. There's a strikeout for Matt Gage. Hole in the wall restaurants, definitely. Definitely some great ones. As Contreras hits a high fly ball, this will be an out as Arias makes the catch. 2 outs there. Next time I'm over in San Francisco, I got to check out some of these fish and chip restaurants in Half Moon Bay. I mean, do you do curry sauce over there in America? Because to have chips and curry sauce, oof, that's so nice. That's its own one. 30 minutes is fine. It really depends where we stay when we go because we never stay actually in the heart of San Francisco. I think last time we stayed in Pacifica. Ah, you don't have curry, okay. Or gravy. But our gravy is different to your gravy. But gravy is really nice. As that's low and it's 2-1 to Jake Bowers. Oh, you're a fisherman. Nice. I enjoy watching fishing programs. Like I love watching the ocean programs as well. This is 3-1 here to Bowers. Okay. So yeah, if we go to Pacifica again, then I'll definitely be down for that. As that's a walk there to load the bases. Hmm. How many runs are they going to score this inning? 12-2. See, me and Anthony is just like, the game's on in the background. Let's just talk about food. Like, honestly, that's what you have to do in a game like this. If there's a strike and it's own one. I mean, there's a great fish and chips place just 5-minute walk from where I live. Is that it's 0-2 now? Is that pitch is fouled off? I do like Chinese food as well. All right, I'm gonna write that down in my notes. It says a line drive that will hold up for Gilbert though. So that will end the inning. I'll stay on for the Giants offensive inning, and then I'm gonna go. Right. Right, let me write this down. Um, go, okay, go south. All right, pillar point. I've wrote that down. So next time I go, I'm gonna have a look at that, check that out. 12-2 Giants. Anthony, on that, I'm just currently working on myself. I'm in the middle of losing weight. So I've already lost 2.5 stone since March. So before I do any searching, I'm just trying to work on myself, get to my goal. So that's my focus, right? Self-improvement and then I'd definitely be searching instead of watching these games. We're ready for the top of the eighth here. As I realise, I keep using stone for weight, but um you guys do not use stone. Let me convert that to pounds. So 35 pounds I've lost in the last 3 months. So just working to improve myself. And it's 1-on-1 here to Kennedy. Buddy Kennedy, by the way, who's checked into the game. He got called up. Yeah, 2.5 stones, 35 pounds. As that one's fouled off and it's 1-2. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah. There's a line drive off the end of the bat. Caught though by Churio, who's now over to left for out number one. See, what I actually do is I go on the exercise bike for about 40 minutes. I put a baseball game on the TV. I have a baseball game on the phone. And then like if I'm just watching baseball, the time flies by. But Eric is going to need a straight jacket. This team. I feel bad for the guy. He has to do a post-game show every game for this crap. It says a soft ground ball by Lee, and the first baseman will fire that over to Anderson, the pitcher. Oh, 100%. I feel way more confident now. That's why I started doing these streams as well, and I feel way more confident. Fires it across the diamond for the final out of the inning. But Anthony, I appreciate you a lot for sticking around, even with this crap shoot. It's been fun talking to you to get me through this game. I am going to have to end it now because I've got to get some sleep. Because I've got places to be tomorrow. But I appreciate you for joining. I'll be here tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But that's a good night from me. And enjoy the post-game show rant because they're going to be good today because of this shocking performance.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next time. It was a blast. That's all for today. Join me next time on Jolly Good Takes.